McDonald's to replace even more human employees with a drive-through AI. How's that 15 an hour looking now? Yeah. It's not going to be... Fuck, I ranted about this too. I used to work at Burger King, okay? So, if they replace ordering with a kiosk, right? So you don't need a cashier anymore. Replace the drive-thru with an AI, or better yet, they could have another kiosk at the drive-thru, and you just have to reach your hand out the window and just use the kiosk at the drive-thru. So that'll be, in my opinion, that's what they should do. Instead of having an AI there, they should just put another self-service order kiosk at the drive-thru. Yeah, then afterwards, all you really need is machines to assemble the food, really. Yeah, because the cooking process is mostly automated anyway. Like, you put the meat on the broiler, and then the broiler just, conveyor belts it through, and it comes out cooked on the other side. So we just assembled it. And we already have machines that can assemble this stuff. So, yeah, just imagine that for the future. You have an entire fast food restaurant with what? In current year? Last time I went to a Taco Bell, I think there was maybe like 7 or 8 teenagers working at the time. And probably a manager in the back somewhere. And so that's what? Maybe 20 people throughout the workday have to be there working. They could all be replaced with maybe 2 people. And a bunch of machines. Yeah, so you'd have machines taking care of everything, and then you'd have to have one tech on site at all times, pretty much, to pretty much keep the machines stocked, give them maintenance and fix them as they break down, deal with customer support issues, I guess. But yeah, that could be handled by one person. Let's see how this fight for 15 is going to work, because literally the only reason that these low-paying jobs haven't been replaced with machines yet is because it was still cheaper to hire those people than it was to get a machine in there. But when they double the minimum wage, all of a sudden the machine is looking a lot better. Like, say, what if the machine only cost the equivalent of $12 an hour? So while the grunt workers were being paid $7 an hour, it's worth it to keep them around instead of getting the machine, right? Because the machine would cost you $12 an hour, but the high schoolers cost you $7 an hour. So, yeah, just keep them. But now all of a sudden you have to pay $15 an hour, and you do the math and you're like, hey, wait a minute. Now the machine is cheaper. That's what we're seeing right now. This would have happened sooner or later anyway, as the cost of this technology and these machines goes down, while the cost of labor keeps going up. But it's been shooting up. The cost of labor has been shooting up so fast that it's rocketed way past where the cost of the machines are. So there's no more need to hire people at all anymore. And yeah, if I was one of these business owners, I'd do the same fucking thing. McDonald's is set to replace more human employees with automated technology after the company announced that it intends to use a new AI program to take drive-thru orders. Once again, they're overthinking this. They should just replace it with another self-order touch kiosk. The food chain has acquired Mountain View-based voice tech startup Apprente in order to alleviate pressure on restaurant employees. And by restaurant employees, we mean owners, who are going to be the only ones there taking care of the machines. More like alleviate them from their jobs. That's right. That's exactly what it is. And it's their own fault for pushing too far. Yeah, they wanted $15 an hour. Okay, so 3/4 of them are getting fired, and the remaining 1/4 is going to get $15 an hour as they do more work to compensate. The technology can handle complex, multilingual, multi-accent, and multi-item conversational ordering, allowing for faster, simpler, more accurate order taking. Not as fast as if they did it with a kiosk, though. McDonald's plans to roll out self-service kiosks across all U.S. locations by current year +1. Next year! Next year, man, you're not going to have to deal with people anymore when you're ordering your food, reducing the need to employ as many human cashiers. How's that $15 an hour paycheck working out for you now? Good question. Yeah, again, I used to work at Burger King. I know how it is. And they're already overstaffing their restaurants because holy shit. I need to rant about this again, but the Burger King I was working at had really bad retention issues. Mostly because out of the 4 managers there, 3 of them were insufferable. And then the final one even he had a really bad temper, so he was insufferable as well half the time. And people just kept quitting, right? So on more than one occasion, there was like 3 of us in the store during the rushes and everything. So we had one person at the counter taking orders and doing the drive-thru at the same time. And then 2 of us were in the back making the food. And we were just cranking out orders like lightning speed. I mean, people showed up and there was a line out the door. We still got them out of there in about 5 to 10 minutes. Meanwhile, I can walk into a fucking Taco Bell in current year. I'm the only one there. There's 10 people currently there. And I'm surprised they do that, because when I worked at that Burger King and there was, on the rare occasion, there was like 5 of us there at once and it slowed down, the managers actually started sending people home. Like, oh, I'm not going to be wasting money keeping you here when we don't need you. Go home. And then 3 buses pulled into the parking lot, and they're calling them back. Hey, we need you back in. It was fucking hilarious. But that's what they used to do. If it was really slow and there was too many people just sitting around, managers just sent people home so they wouldn't, to save money, so they wouldn't have to pay you. So, but in current year, I walk into a fucking Taco Bell, and there's 10 people there, no customers, no drive-thru. It's just 10 people sitting around goofing off. And I place my order, and I have to wait 5 to 10 minutes. If I was back there in that fucking kitchen, it would have been done in 30 seconds, I can guarantee you. Unless I had to make some of the ingredients. Because, sometimes if you just used your last chicken sandwich, it takes like 4.5 minutes to cook the next one. So there is a little bit of delay built into that. But these guys have all the ingredients and everything there. They just work so damn slow. And there's so many of them, they're like tripping over each other. That's inexcusable, man. Fast food restaurants already hire way more people than they need. If they just hired competent people, it wouldn't be a problem. I can't wait till the machines, though. The machines are going to be almost instant. That's going to be even better. You use the kiosks, you type in your order, or you touchpad in your order, and then you pay. And then 5-10 seconds later, boom, here's your burger. I cannot wait. The only other thing that I'm really waiting for is Amazon Go. And I brought this up before, but in case a few of you guys aren't aware, Amazon Go is a store that Amazon is experimenting with in a few locations, where all of the items have RFID chips and everything in them. So it actually keeps track of the items you take off the shelves. And then when you leave the store with them, it charges your card and just sends you the bill. So you don't have to waste time waiting in line. Because that's one of my biggest complaints. No, not one of. That is my biggest complaint of having to go to Walmart or any other store. Is I could go in there and let's say it's a really good day and there's nobody in my way and all the items I want are in stock. I could go through all the aisles I need, fill up my cart with my week's worth of shopping, and in like 5 minutes, I'm just, speed walking through the aisles. I already know exactly what I'm going to buy, throw it in my cart. And then I spend 25 minutes waiting to check out. That's like the most infuriating thing for me, is all the time I'm wasting just waiting in line. But if Amazon Go catches on, which I really hope it does, then after I spend 5 minutes just, getting all my shit, I'd just leave. God, that would be so spectacular. I'd save so much time in the long run. I cannot wait.